Beloved comedic actor Rob Schneider is making a comeback. You heard that right. Rob Schneider is coming back to our screens with his Spanish-language directional debut with Paramount Plus, Love is Love. Here's everything we know about this upcoming film. Continue watching to know more about the upcoming shows on Paramount. Firstly, Rob Schneider's Love is Love. Here's what we know. ViacomCBS International Studios has boarded Rob Schneider's Love is Love, a new Paramount Plus original film which marks the multi-hyphenate's Spanish-language directorial debut. Schneider, who also stars in the movie, which Viz is producing in association with transatlantic film and TV production companies El Estudio and Infinity Hill. Love is Love will shoot in Mexico and is set to premiere on this streaming platform in 2022. Set in the 1990s, the romantic comedy tells the story of Enrique, a Mexican telenovela star who's about to sign a contract with a major TV network when the president of the company, Julian, played by Schneider, reveals pictures of Enrique and his partner Marcelo. For the sake of good public relations, Julian encourages Enrique to have a fake relationship with Sofia. We're excited to begin work on this new film with such a talented actor and director as Rob Schneider, said Guillermo Bozenstein, VP of Films at Viz Americas. We've been looking forward to working with Rob and our partners at Infinity Hill and El Estudio on this project for a while now and are excited to embark on this enriching creative journey. Schneider likewise welcomed the opportunity to work with ViacomCBS and Paramount Plus on what he described as this ridiculously funny and heartwarming film about love and acceptance in the telenovela world in the 1990s. Mexico is second home, and a chance to make a comedy that celebrates its extraordinary culture is a true blessing. Muchas gracias. Next, upcoming shows on Paramount. In 2021 comes to a close, Paramount Plus is adding heaps of new titles for the next year. Here are a few upcoming shows on Paramount Plus that we're excited about. Let's get into it. Let's look into Halo. Produced by Showtime in partnership with 343 Industries and Amblin Television, the series is a production in Budapest and will premiere on Paramount Plus in 2022. Halo reinvented how people think about video games and has grown into a global entertainment phenomenon, having sold more than 81 million copies worldwide. In the television series adaptation starring Pablo Schreiber, Halo will take place in the universe that first came to be in 2001, dramatizing an epic 26th century conflict between humanity and an alien threat known as the Covenant. The show will weave deeply drawn personal stories with action, adventure, and a richly imagined vision of the future. It delivers the visceral excitement of playing the game along with a much deeper emotional experience around the Spartans, human beings who got their humanity chemically and genetically altered. David Nevins, Chief Creative Officer, CBS, and Chairman and CEO, Showtime Networks, said about this series, stories about reclaiming what makes them human. Therefore, it's a very powerful story. Halo, which had filmed 55% to 60% of its first season when the coronavirus pandemic shut down all production last March, had been floated for months as a possibility for Paramount Plus. The massive ratings success of Bryan Cranston's Your Honor has given Showtime a strong momentum, which made the decision to let Halo move to Paramount Plus easier. The audience for Your Honor, which debuted in December, has already surpassed 8.1 million viewers across platforms in Showtime's 27 to 28 million home universe, on pace to become the biggest debut. Next, Fatal Attraction. From Paramount Television Studios and Amblin Television, new series reimagines the classic psychosexual thriller. Paramount Plus, the streaming service from ViacomCBS, today announced Fatal Attraction has been ordered to series. Lizzie Kaplan set to star as Alex, with additional cast to be announced. A deep dive reimagining of the classic psychosexual thriller and 80s cultural touchstone, new series will explore fatal attraction and the timeless themes of marriage and infidelity through the lens of modern attitudes towards strong women, personality disorders, and coercive control. Alexandra Cunningham serves as writer, showrunner, and executive producer on the series, alongside executive producer Kevin J. Hines, with whom Cunningham shares co-story credit, and executive producers Daryl Frank and Justin Falvey for Amblin Television. Alexandra brings an incredibly strong and nuanced point of view to a story that became a cultural phenomenon that has thus far only been told from the male gaze, said Nicole Clemens, president, Paramount Plus original scripted series. Partnered with Kevin, they'll bring the next explosive chapter of this story to a new generation. action, with a balanced eye to the complexities of the human psyche. Lizzie Kaplan will play the role of Alex, who becomes obsessed with her lover after a brief affair. Kaplan was most recently seen starring on the second season of Castle Rock and can be heard voicing the lead character Reagan Ridley, the animated comedy Inside Job. Now we have Criminal Minds. The fans of popular long-running CBS procedural drama Criminal Minds are in luck because Paramount Plus is eyeing a comeback for the beloved series. A revival series is in very early development at the forthcoming streamer. Sources close to the project tell Deadline. Project is in early discussions and a creative team is currently being assembled. The idea is to have a number of original cast members return. Created by Jeff Davis, Criminal Minds aired on CBS for 15 seasons, from 2005 to 2020. It remains one of the most popular off-network titles on Netflix, which likely fueled the interest in a reboot by the ViacomCBS streamer. The original series followed a group of criminal profilers who worked for the FBI as members of its behavioral analysis unit, using behavioral analysis and profiling to investigate crimes, find perpetrators. The show told the story of the team as they worked various cases and tackled their personal struggles. Over the course of its run, cast members included Mandy Patinkin, Shamar Moore, Joe Mantegna, Aisha Taylor, Matthew Gray Gubler, Thomas Gibson, Lola Gladini, Adam Rodriguez, and Paget Brewster, among others. The show spawned two spin-offs, Criminal Minds Suspect Behavior and Criminal Minds Beyond Borders. Next up, The Fairly Odd Parents. The Fairly Odd Parents live-action reboot will premiere on Paramount Plus in March 2022, according to showrunner and co-executive producer Christopher J. Nowak. Nowak published a new photo on Instagram with the cast and crew of the reboot, in which he reveals the reboot's release date and thanks everyone involved with the show for their work. While there's no official word on a production wrap for the reboot, Nowak's post also indicates filming might be over, since the showrunner says that this season has been an absolute joy and that they caught lightning in a bottle here. Considering that Nowak can't wait for you all to see it, The Fairly Odd Parents reboot in March, it's easy to imagine that the main production is over. The crew is taking care of post-production before the show premieres. In his Instagram post, Nowak also thanks co-executive producer Samantha Martin, without whom this show would not be what it is. Besides Nowak and Martin, original Fairly Odd Parents co-executive producer Fred Seibert is also back for the live-action reboot, with original creator Butch Hartman producing the show. The Fairly Odd Parents is a highly acclaimed animated show that started as a series of shorts before being picked up as a half-hour show. The immense popularity of The Fairly Odd Parents led to 10 seasons and 3 live-action movies. Just as in previous live-action films, the reboot will mix flesh and bone actors with CGI characters, with Darren Norris and Suzanne Blakesley reprising their roles as the voices of Cosmo and Wanda, respectively. Up next, Grease: Rise of the Pink Ladies. Paramount Plus has nabbed the show from HBO Max and rebranded it as Grease: Rise of the Pink Ladies. News of the move comes almost exactly a year to the day after the show, a spin-off of the classic John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John movie from 1978, was handed a straight-to-series order by the Warner Media streamer. Rise of the Pink Ladies is an hour-long musical comedy about how the infamous Pink Ladies, comprised of Sandy, Rizzo, Jan, Marty, and Frenchie in the original movie, began, and how the reverence, fear, and moral panic they sparked changed Rydell High forever. Annabelle Oakes remains on board as creator, writer, and executive producer. Rise of the Pink Ladies is also being executive produced by Picture Start and Temple Hill, both of which are currently working on a Grease prequel movie called Summer Lovin', alongside Paramount Pictures. Rise of the Pink Ladies will feature a handful of new songs, but it could potentially be bereft of some of the more iconic numbers from the musical. The estate, representing Jim Jacobs and Warren Casey, who composed the songs and lyrics for the 1971 musical, was withholding the rights to use tunes such as Grease Lightning and Summer Nights when the HBO Max version was announced. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Rob Schneider's Spanish-language directorial debut, Love is Love, as well as other upcoming Paramount shows. Which upcoming show are you excited about? Be sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.